Thank you, Stan. I appreciate the introduction. And he's absolutely right. I still can't really write that well, in my opinion. But about 6 years ago, when I recently transitioned, well, 7 years ago, out of the military, my writing was terrible. And what he was discussing was I didn't read, or I should say I didn't proofread my work, and I struggled greatly. So he mentioned, why don't you read it aloud? Read your work aloud before you hand it in. So I read it to my dog. And it actually worked, as silly as that might sound. It was definitely a good lesson. I've been in school for 7 years straight now, starting around when I met Stan. And those small lessons really helped me progress as a student and as a person. I use Grammarly. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. You've heard of it? You use it? Yeah. You pay like $120 a year, and it proofreads all your work for you, and it's helped me a lot. But it's also helped me learn to spell. Honestly, my spelling has been terrible and still isn't good, and I've been working on it. Needless to say. So yeah, I hope that was a decent story for you. Do you want me to go on to introduce myself or introduce everyone?
Hit that button and I think we'll go to talk to Ms. Gray.
Oh, okay. Right? Okay.
One more.
One more. All right. Well, the first person we have is Lendia. She's on the right there. If you want to introduce yourself to everyone.
Okay, so as Chris just announced, my name is Lydia Drains, and a little bit about myself is that I am actually a sound school graduate. One of the reasons why I'm here this morning. Another thing is I am a personal banker officer at Wells Fargo, and my business entrepreneurship is starting a retail business. So it's just a slight insight as to what I'm going to discuss. Do I begin now, or is that?
Yeah, I believe so, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so a little bit about myself is how I got on this path after graduating high school was when I was a caregiver at one point, and then I looked at this gated community, and I saw, the architecture and the landscaping, and then my client, she was going on about how the owner, they own the facility, and they take trips here, and it's a lot of business and a lot of money. It's a very rewarding business. So I was like, this sounds like an idea, and I was at the age of 20. So from there, that's what inspired me to get into this business, and more so what inspired me to go along the business route was wanting to work for myself, wanting to have the liberty to bring in my own income without working for someone. So, but I had to learn the discipline. So how I had to get there was I started working at Wells Fargo. And how that ties into my business plan today is that through being a personal banker at Wells Fargo, I've attained the skills, the communicative skills, networking skills, how to attend events like this, how to run a business, along with attending, Houston Community College. So that's basically what, started this whole pathway. So between working as a personal banker, officer at Wells Fargo, and having my own personal business taking place itself, they correlate with each other. And I'm actually going to go back to Houston to finish up so I can obtain that business degree in entrepreneurship. Any questions?
Lendia, thank you. That's definitely very impressive. Michelle's next.
So my name is Vishal Patel. called A Happy Life. We roast coffee, and we have a coffee shop here in downtown New Haven, and we're opening up one in Westville in a few weeks. So what got me started on my journey here, when I decided to start roasting coffee and selling it, I was actually out in Nigeria, working for a nonprofit, working with young entrepreneurs, about your age, maybe a little bit older. And what we were trying to do is help them get their products into markets in Africa so they can sell them, grow their businesses, and hopefully when they become successful. Unfortunately, when I was there, that project was a complete failure because the markets themselves didn't actually want to help the entrepreneurs that we were working with. I was frustrated with myself and the whole project. I decided I was going to start my own company. And what we were going to do is buy products from Africa, from African entrepreneurs, and use the profits that we make from selling those products here in the U.S., where there was a market for these products. We would help communities kind of build themselves up and break out the cycles of poverty. Anyway, I decided to start with coffee because in my past I had worked with coffee farmers in East Africa, in Tanzania. And out came A Happy Life, basically a lifestyle brand. A, using our help coffee farmers, and B, we wanted to create a brand that was going to give back to the customers that were supporting our brand. Creating a community of happiness, inspiring people to think about happiness in their everyday lives and what it means, and actively pursuing it. Last year, we opened up our first coffee shop called the Happiness Lab, just right around the corner from here, on Chapel Street. It's been a really exciting project, kind of building this community in a physical space around coffee, around happiness, and whatever else the community finds, brings happiness into their lives. And I remember when I was in high school, around your guys' age, I was extremely frustrated, seeing a lot of problems around me, not knowing I could do anything about them. Usually got in a lot of trouble because of that. Didn't know how else to deal with these problems that I was seeing. And didn't know I was seeing these problems and getting frustrated. Didn't know what to do with it until I found this idea of entrepreneurship, where you can see problems in the world, develop solutions, and make money off of it, and build a life around solving these problems. And one of the key steps to solving any problem is solving the right problem and finding the right solution for it. So that's my one piece of advice: always be listening, finding problems to solve, and making sure you're building the right solution.
Thank you, Vishal. I enjoy coffee. I'm definitely going to stop by. Mike is next. Hopefully that microphone's working. Feeling good.
Check. What's up, guys? So I'm Mike Hoffman. I have founded a couple companies now, and actually Shaw and I are starting another one. Keep that under wraps. But so I fell into entrepreneurship. Right now, I'm the founder of Mobi Interactive. We build apps on top of the data collected by Fitbits, Jawbones, Apple Watches, your phone. So the whole idea is tracking your health. It frankly sucks. It's monotonous, it's boring, so what we did was we made games on top of that. And now we're taking those games, we're selling them to hospitals, which is just a huge emphasis on there's no clear-cut path. It's just kind of like, it's not linear, it's just pure chaos, and you have to try to connect the dots. But that's what makes it so exciting. So I fell into entrepreneurship with my first company. It was a beverage company while I was in school up in Boston. I had an unsolicited offer for an investment. They asked me for a business plan, and I said, yeah, sure, give me a second. Went on Google, what the heck's a business plan? Spent about a month in the library working on it, and we got an investment. And that was kind of the start of everything. I was picking out the color of my yacht, but very quickly I realized that it's a very hard process, and experience is something you get right after you need it. So, you just got to get started. You got to get thrown into the fire, and that's when you're going to learn the most. So just chase your curiosities, your passions. That's the best part about entrepreneurship. I realized beverages are not my passion. So I started working at TEDMed, which is an affiliate of TED Talks. You guys know TED Talks?
Yeah.
So they're right in, TEDMed is right in Stanford. So I was working there, that's where I got involved in kind of digital health. Food is another passion of mine. Now I'm chasing that dream with the shawl over here. So it's, that's the best part of entrepreneurship. As a kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist, an archaeologist, a storm chaser, an oceanographer, an astronaut. I'm still banking on that one. But the idea is like, I want to do a million different things, and entrepreneurship allows me to do that. So, chase your dreams.
Right on, absolutely, thank you. Thank you, Mike. Sean is next. Very impressive resume, by the way.
Hi, everyone. So back when I was in high school, I raised my SAT score from average to perfect. My perfect SAT score really changed my life. Got into some prestigious universities, got $250,000 in scholarships, even got to meet the President of the United States. So I was totally floored because I went for, I just had an average score. And so when I was in college, I was like, I should help other students prepare for the SAT the way that I did. So I put out a book proposal to over 100 literary agents and publishers to write this book about SAT prep. Ended up not working out, got rejected by every single one. And so that's when I decided I had all this material, I'll start a course on it. And so I taught my first course in my hometown of Las Vegas, and they went really well. It was a 6-week course, barely got enough students to enroll, had like 9 students. But the average score improvement was 376 points, which took students from the 50th percentile to the 90th percentile. So really just had parents knocking down the door for more courses after that. And so I've been running it for about 5 years now. And we're now in 20 cities, have about 30 instructors. We do SAT and ACT courses online and in person in private tutoring. At the same time, I'm also an MD MBA student at USC and Yale. And so I can talk to you guys about student entrepreneurships and starting your ventures while you're in school, whether it's high school. I started mine in college, so high school, college, or grad school, whatever it may be. Most recently, I was on ABC's Shark Tank, and I closed a deal with Mark Cuban. So if you guys have questions about Cuban, you can answer those. I really agree with what Mike said here about, I don't think anyone has one passion. I think especially millennials and people who are younger. I don't know if you're millennials, you might be Gen Z, but we have a lot of passions. Our careers are fluid. Used to be you're sort of put into one box, and I'm doing med school, business school, and a different business, and so I think everyone. The number one question that I was asked on Shark Tank by Lori Grenier, if you guys watch it, was, do you want to be a doctor or an entrepreneur? And I should have said both, because I think you can have a lot of different passions and a lot of different careers, whatever that may be, especially entrepreneurship allows that flexibility. So that's my story.